If I were to say to you I don't obsess about the watchtower anymore, you'd probably say, well, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, punk, because why are you doing these videos? Well, to be honest with you, and I think this is something that's been mentioned by different YouTube users before, it's because I see my family and loved ones trapped in a cult. And it is a cult, I don't care what you say, it is a cult. And if you don't believe it, well, you're bonkers. That was a reference to something, by the way. I see them trapped in the cult, and it worries me that they're throwing their life away, just throwing their life away on something that's a total waste. Look at this little fella. You see him, look. Whee! Ha ha ha! Oh, he's gone. Is he gone? Oh, there you are. Whee! I don't know what that is, some sort of caterpillar thing. Caterpillar, caterpillar. And he rode up. And he rode up, Chuck. When the watchtower finally admits that it's wrong, when the watchtower does away with shunning, when the watchtower does away with that ridiculous blood doctrine, you know, it's beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. When it does away with that, and when it does away with the protection of paedophiles, those three things mainly, then I will stop trying to get people out of it. But until such time, I feel it's my moral duty to warn people to get out from among her. Get out from this evil, evil Babylonish cult, the Antichrist cult. Get out from among her. I think it's ironic that the witnesses are always labelling other religions in such a way, but won't allow those labels for themselves. Talk about other religions being part of Babylon the Great, and yet the watchtower is one of the worst, full of occult imagery in the older publications. And 1914 is still based on the occult. Don't care what anybody says. Still based on the occult. Now, I'm not saying whether the cult is wrong, whether the occult is evil, or whether the occult is good. I'm not saying whether Christianity is good or whatever, but the watchtower claims that the occult is bad. And yet, it is still basing 1914, which was originally based on the occult. That's where it came from. I remember just before I woke up, I decided that I'd take time out and study and prove that the religion was absolutely right, and I'd build my spirituality up to a degree never known before in my life. And in doing so, I discovered that the watchtower was a lie. It was a cult. It was based on sand, no foundations at all. One of the first things I did, I thought, well, I'll learn about the lives of the apostles and such. So I went to my watchtower library, thinking I'd find out some really exciting stuff all about the apostles and all about Jesus. And it wasn't. It just wasn't engaging. It wasn't interesting. I just found that what I was reading and supposedly learning, but it's not really learning, it was all, it just felt so shallow. It felt clinical. It felt cold. It felt as if it had been written by somebody who had ingested Novocaine into their writing skills. It had nothing for me. Nothing at all. I was very disappointed because I thought there'd be a plethora of good, excellent articles about people of the Bible. But the more I looked at it, the more it appeared just to be an advert to give money to the watchtower in a kind of a roundabout sort of way. I can honestly say I learnt very little from the watchtower. I learnt very little at all. I wonder what that was. Did you see that? Something splashed. Now I can't even see anything in the water even. Oh, it's probably a demon. That's what it would be, a demon. Not really. Be a nice little animal. Nice little animal. Well, there we have it. I learnt nothing from the watchtower, really, that really made me feel good. It was all clinical. Clinical and cold. Just enjoying the day now. Just enjoying the day. Tales of the riverbank. Wind in the willows.